And his brother just so happens to be a Hall of Famer for them right now, who has more sacks than he does. Let's talk about that. Oh, what a bum. What do you do now? Say, hey, Derek, tell me how many sacks you got. Is that you just take a shot at somebody else? How's this kind of work? And I'm very thankful that you got a chance to be there. The whole thing was sick. And your preposterous line about putting the pads back on, beautiful reaction. Felt like it was in the moment, even though you certainly had to have thought about how you would think you would react whenever this would happen. What are your thoughts on it? There has to be a great sense of pride in what your little brother's doing.
It was my reaction in time of saying, if you're going to do it, that's one hell of a way to do it, was just pure spontaneity and accurate, because what a way to do it. A sack. I don't believe he's ever directly caused a touchdown with a strip sack before. It was really, really cool to have my brother and his kids there, to have my parents there. I did not think it was going to be that big of a deal. I swear to you, we never talked about it until the actual day of the game. We talked about it in our production meeting with my crew and everything, just how are we going to handle this. TJ and I did not talk about it until in the tunnel before the game. Like, hey, today might be the day. And it turned out to be much cooler and more special than I thought it would. I've always said I'll be unbelievably proud of him whenever it happens, and I believe he'll shatter every record I have. And I could not be happier for him. He works so hard. He's done it at such an insanely high level for so long. He deserves it, and he'll break everything I got.
Yeah, well, I think that's why you do what you do, and you lend the game to your little brother so he'll take it to the next place. It's a beautiful story of sport and football and brotherhood. I think the way you two have kind of handled it all, especially with how there's clear admiration from both of you for each other, which goes back to you being incredibly biased on every fucking call that we have to hear. No, you battling against that is hilarious to kind of take place. What did you say before the game whenever you said, hey, this could be the day? Do you guys ever find you feel like such a hard family, right? Don't they feel like such a hard family?
Oh, yeah.
Was there ever a moment of like, hey, this is really cool that the entire NFL that we kind of grew up watching and idolizing players is kind of looking at what two doofuses from the same family who just so happen to be stronger and work harder than ever. Like, did you have that moment before the game? Have you ever had that moment?
I can tell you exactly. It's funny that you bring that up. So I met him in the tunnel before the game just to say, hey, because I don't get to see him really on these trips. And I meet him in the tunnel, and we were talking about random stuff, not about that. And the last thing I said as I was walking away, I gave him a hug. I said, I love you. And then I literally looked back and was like, hey, today could be the day. And he goes, could be. And we separated. Now, after the game, obviously everything happens, and you get photos sent to your phone from the team photographer. Every player gets them sent to their phones. And there was one photo of us pregame in the tunnel talking to each other. And he texted me and he goes, this is pretty crazy, huh? And it wasn't a photo of the sack. It wasn't a photo of any of our players on the field. And I just texted him back and I was like, think about how wild that is. We're two brothers in the bowels of an NFL stadium. You're about to go out there and break something that I did at a very high level. And we used to play in the backyard in Pewaukee, me, you, and Derek, down the punt inside the 1 yard line and pretending that we were on the high school football team. That was the first time, I think, where we truly were like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And it was being in the bowels of the stadium, not being on the field.
Yeah, and having a photo of that moment, knowing that in that conversation you say, hey, today could be the day, and he just goes, could be, and then goes out there, that's like fairy tale movie type stuff. Now we leave the tag game show out of it. You remember when he had that?
That was awesome.
We keep that one out of the movie, but I think this is
No, tag. I swear, it's like you have like a pre-interviewer, because Tag has a scene in this weekend. So at the hotel the night before the game, I have to go to the hotel and interview Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph. Derek goes to the hotel so he can see TJ before the game. Derek's kids watch Tag reruns on their TV because they just love Tag and obviously like to see their dad on TV. So in the defensive meeting room at the Steelers hotel, when I finish my meeting with Mike Tomlin, I walk in, they're playing Tag with TJ in the meeting room, saying they're the characters on Tag.
See,
you have like a ESP or some shit. It's crazy.
Nah, I mean, maybe there's a reason I do this job, but there's a lot of things that could potentially come together for a perfect fairy tale movie. And even the Tag thing with you guys, you refused to do anything without your brothers for a while. And it was like, that's so cool. Like, that is a very cool thing that you guys can remain this tight, especially with the amount of money, egos, pride. drama that could come into play for all of this. You guys are a beautiful family, a wonderful family, and TJ's going to make sure nobody remembers your name, brother. And that's just that's a sweet thing. That's a sweet thing.
I just want to say before we sign off, I am very thankful for you guys. I have a lot of fun doing this every week. Your fans are awesome. I really enjoy interacting with them. This is an opportunity every single week for me to come on here and just talk some ball and shoot the shit with the boys. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm very thankful for all of you. I'm very thankful for everybody who gives me the opportunity to have a job in sports. Greatest job in the world. I'm unbelievably thankful. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life.
Wow. 30 seconds we got. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Just thank you, Jage, for the compliment. Jage.
I didn't know how much time was left. I did not know how much time was left.
Thank you for that.
I was getting kicked off.
That was very kind
of you. Had to say it.
Also, we found the photo, I believe, that you guys were referring to. So cool that in that moment you acknowledged that history was about to be made. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We're thankful for you, Jage. Thank you for everything you've done for us and for ball. You're the man.